He scares the shit out of me, and I think it's of some concern.
Kevin Rudd is our ambassador in the US. He could be in some trouble because he said some horrible things about Donald Trump. But to give Kevin Rudd his due, when he said horrible things about Donald Trump
wasn't holding back.
How stupid are these politicians to allow this to happen?
It is beyond my comprehension. Why?
Kevin Rudd had described him as the most destructive president in history and a traitor to the West.
I heard he was a little bit nasty. I hear he's not the brightest bulb, but I don't know much about him.
When he said horrible things about Donald Trump was no longer the president, and Kevin Rudd was
Guilty of trying to destroy our country.
no longer serving in any official government position. Unlike Anthony Albanese, our
Stupid.
Prime Minister, who back in 2017 was
Destroying our great country.
was the opposition transport spokesperson, and he had these things to say about Donald Trump back then.
He scares the shit out of me, and I think it's of some concern. And I look forward to working with the incoming president.
My word is my bond.
He's dug his own grave.
How do you deal with Trump?
I just sit in my pants.
That's my style. I hope you've noticed that.
How do you deal with Trump? Like,
With trepidation.
yeah, but how do you get by? Like, how do you temper your language?
Well, you've got to deal with who was elected. So we have an alliance with the US. We've got to deal with him. But
Now the smell of my poop is all over my cheeks. I tried to run to the bathroom, but now it's running down my leg. I try to excuse myself, but I don't want to make a mess. I think I just shit in my pants.
rightly so. And I think it's of some concern that the leader of the free world thinks that you can conduct politics through 140 characters on Twitter.
And with the Prime Minister now
shitting himself,
being left
The Toto.
to fix his mess.
Toto, the female cavoodle, announced on Twitter that it was her dad, Anthony Albanese's idea that she'd
Fix his mess.
They're eating the dogs.
People normally Toto, and that's a good thing that people can do that.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
¿Por qué no las dos? They're putting in kitty litter trays because kids now believe they are cats.
The leader of the free world scares the out of me.
Well, if Trump scares the bejeebers out of Anthony Albanese scares the hell out of most of us. But certainly now our Prime Minister is starting on the back foot with a second Trump presidency after those remarks. Yeah. Kevin Rudd is not our biggest problem.
Anthony Albanese doesn't scare the bejeebies out of anybody.
Are you serious? If you look at the economy, the cost of living,
No.
social cohesion.
What he's talking about is Trump being a fearsome person. Yeah, because he's not a limp-wristed loser, man. And he does command millions with his 140 characters that you're making fun of. It amuses me no end when these men, who are not 1/10 of another man's consequence, take to picking on that guy. Like, you've heard similar from Turnbull, just totally trashing Trump. And you're like, when you have an ounce of that guy's consequence, then come bitching and moaning to us. Until then, just shut up. It makes you look like
a man-child.
This weak little gnat in this giant titan's presence, and you're just yapping away at their heels being like, yeah, well, they're an idiot and I hate them. And they scare the SHIT out of me. Like, what a loser.
In your guts, you know he's nuts.
He is weak, he is gutless, and I hope that people throw him out at the next election.